Hello everybody, welcome to a Disventure Camp What If. So in this video I'll be talking about what if All Stars was season 5. So if I really think about it, season 3 would have season 4 was All Stars, shoot. So season 3 would be Carnival Chaos, if you guys wanted to know. And then season 4 would be the All Stars season. I still think it's too early, but I'm not doing fans versus favorites before All Stars because it makes no sense. So, I will be talking about the teams, then I'll talk about the elimination order. So, disqualified from the season, who have been eliminated first: Will, Oliver, Carol, and Alessio, sadly. And I guess Armley can still count since she came back in the comebacks. So that does mean Ted cannot be included, which is sad. So they did pick fan favorites. So Tristan's still in the running, and so is Armley. I know Alessia and Ted are fan favorites, but they're pretty much the first two boots, so they can't be included. And for Will's case, it's Drew. So, and not fan favorites would not be picked. So sorry, Lil. And I'm sorry, Kai and Maggie. So the 8 I've gone with, first things first, for Gen 1, by Will, by Drew, by Lil, and wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 3 more need to go. And I'm gonna say Jake is disqualified because I don't think he would make sense to be an all-star. I'm gonna say Ashley is sadly disqualified from the season. I feel like Nick has a better chance than Ashley. And I'm gonna say Tom is disqualified just because I feel like his story ended in season 1, but he'll come back in fans versus favorites because if Rosa can come back in fans versus favorites, he can as well. Then we have Gen 2. Oliver's disqualified, Carol's disqualified as we remember, Kai is disqualified, and Maggie is disqualified. Because Ashley isn't here, Rosa takes Ashley's spot. Yule's in because he's a fan favourite. James and Aiden are the most popular couple in the season, so they have to be in. Which does mean, and Ellie and Gabby are my favourite in season 1. I don't care, I'm including them. I'm going to say Connor is disqualified just because I don't think it makes sense for him to come back. Yes, a shocking one, but true. And I might just say Lake. She doesn't really have anything left, plus she does go early, so it makes sense that we give Rosa a chance instead of Lake. So, yeah. Now, this is the trickiest one in the bunch. First things first, I disqualified Alessio and Ted, as I've said. I'm gonna disqualify Diego, but I feel like it makes sense for not to include him. I'm gonna say that, Spencer's in because he's a fan favorite, and so is Logan. Benji, of course. Why is Priya here? Hannah. I feel like Natalia is a fan favorite, which I could just make sense with it. Tristan, of course. So that's already 6. I'm gonna say Amelie. And the final pick, I think I'm gonna say because there was most more girls in. Actually, yeah, it makes sense to include one couple, which is, well, I'm gonna include Ivy and Zayd. They're not fan favorites, but we need one couple from each generation. But okay, who cares? Yeah, Isabel, you're in. So it's kind of 4 boys, 4 girls, but who cares? Okay, sorry Linda, sorry Richard, sorry Marissa, sorry Anastasia, sorry Ivy, sorry Jade, and sorry Zayd. So this is the 24-player cast I've come up with. Who will be on their team is the question. It's going to be 8 people in each team, which means if we have to divide that by 3, that means we have to have at least 2 people from each generation on the same team. Okay, whoever's been on the original team counts as their team. Alec, Miriam, Gret, Yul, Rhea are in yellow team. Fiore, Ali, and Hunter still go on to pink team, and James as well. And wait, yeah, Ellie and Gabby and Tess and Aiden are on the cyan team, just like in timeline. So I'm gonna say the other pick to go on the yellow team will be um Isabel. For pink team, well, actually, also for it's Spencer, and I'm gonna say Natalia as well, which does mean, yeah, that could work actually. For pink team with James, I'm gonna say Rosa. I'm gonna say Benji and Hannah, and I'm gonna say Logan as well, which means it's a half-half split. So the final picks are Nick, Dan, Tristan, and Amelie to go on Cyan team. There we go. So this will actually be a 26 episode season if you haven't caught up already. So because we are 24 contestants, same as fans versus favorites, that's getting 26 episodes. So Allstars is now getting 26 episodes, which means I had to add 5 new episodes to be included in. So yeah. First things first, reach the stars. We have known it's a non-elimination episode all time, so it makes sense that no one gets eliminated. For Gone Buck Wild. I did actually just break my rule and only include Fiore into pink team, which does mean she is at a massive disadvantage since she's by herself and doesn't know anyone. And same for same for Armley. Well, no, got Tristan. It's fine. It's just Fiore who actually broke the rule, but because she was on pink team, so yeah. Gone Buck Wild. I really just think because pink team has now better people that they pass, and I think the cyan team lose overall. So the people I've ruled out for elimination because they're in groups: Ellie, Gabby, and Tess, and Tristan because she's a fan because he/she is a fan favorite. Nick and Dan. Aiden is eliminated overall because I feel like Armley will get Ellie, Gabby, Tess, and Nick to vote with Aiden. So yes, shocking, I'm eliminating Aiden so early. So who the hell finds out that Rhea and Alec kiss? I'll tell you later. So then we have H2O no. So I really just think that Logan and Benji would bond a lot with James and Hunter. And yeah, I kind of feel, and Hannah, of course. So, the second boot was on the cyan team, so it makes sense that the pink team lose this time. Which doesn't mean Rose is eliminated. Rose is gonna stay. And definitely Ali and Hunter stay because they're a team. Benji and Hannah, of course, and James. They only choose Logan because he won. Because in my canon, Logan wins Disventure Camp Carnival Chaos, so that's why he's the one eliminated here. So yeah. Then we have Sandbag Sabotage. So, I really just think it just all goes the same, and the cyan team, well, no, not cyan team, the yellow team lose. and same thing in canon happens. Miriam is eliminated because she doesn't have the alliance. So Alec would now make the alliance with Yule, Spencer, Isabel, not Natalia, Gret, Rhea, Ellie, Fiore, and maybe also Amelie as well, and Nick. So now they have more numbers, if you think about it. Then we have the Trepicant Triathlon. So I basically think it still stays the same, and Pink Team lose. But no, I'm not saying Hunter's still gonna get eliminated. I really just feel like they would target maybe Hannah, just because I feel, or maybe even James. James could actually work as this elimination, but they can't just kick out a couple like 2 people so fast. So I'm gonna guess Hannah gets eliminated and not Fiore, because she gets to survive longer. Because luckily, it's a new team, so she can hide as a little kid. Then we have Strike a Chord, which was originally a non-elimination episode, but it was originally just lost because the other team made too many lives, which can just keep the same. And yellow team, of course, lose. Natalia gets eliminated, which makes Isabel angry. But, like, yeah, I want no other choice but to eliminate Natalia because the Villains Alliance, they can't just throw out Yule. Then we have Bull Busters. So, it kind of makes sense who gets lost. So, Isabel reveals the Villains and Not Villains Alliance to everyone, and say that Fiore, Ellie, Amelie, and Nick are in this alliance. So, obviously, Science Team lose, and the first loss for the Villains Alliance is Amelie. I'm joking. It's Nick. No, I'm joking. Actually, it makes no sense to eliminate because all the good picks are literally gone. So, yeah, Amelie. Sorry, it's 4 girls eliminated and 1, but like still, I have no other choice but to. So now it's like kind of a disadvantage, kinda-ish. If you think about it, there's more girls than boys. So the 4 girls eliminated doesn't really not make any sense. Then we have Give Me Some Space, which can be between James and... Actually, there's no actual couple here, so it makes no sense to call it Give Me Some Space. Besides maybe Trevor and Derek. But Emily would actually be the one hosting this, though. Emily is actually the one hosting this since she hosts Season 5. So, yeah. So, she's actually the one that actually lets, Derek and Trevor. So, the one who actually hosts it is Crystal, who's still here as well. Then we have Jensen, of course. Jensen would be here as well, I guess. Marcus, Nina, Trevor, and Derek. It's very weird. And of course, where's Oliver? You're hosting, remember? There we go. Nah, I'm joking. Jensen isn't in this season. Of course he's not. Where are you, Jensen? Where did I put Jensen? Who cares? I'll just press reset when it's done. Okay. So, yeah, hosts, of course, there's too many hosts, because Crystal and Emily are hosting, which means they have to butt heads, so, yeah, to give me some space, I think this would be, like, a proper this would be, like, no, this is not an elimination episode, this is an elimination episode, so I can't do that, I'll just guess that it's an elimination. Then we have Slip and Slay. So, I have a feeling that, yellow team are the ones, no, wait, yeah, pig team lose. And I feel like James gets eliminated, not because of Fiore, because she can still hide her act, because no one else is on the team, and she randomly has allies with Rosa and Benji, because they're so naive. So, yeah, because Rosa has a kid, so she looks after Fiore. Benji... Actually, it's pretty much just the opposite. Lake is actually looking after her kid. So, yeah. Then we have all's fairs in love and paintball. Yeah, yellow team still win, obviously, because Alex there. And pink team as well. And I just think that Ellie's now gone, in my opinion. Then we have Hungry Like the Wolf. So, at this point, I'd like to announce the merge starts here. Yes, it's annoying, but true. There's 24, wait, 6 here, 5, 5, 10, 16. So, yeah, the 4 eliminations does make sense. Alec, Yule, Spencer, Hunter, Benji, Tristan, Nick, and Dan. With Isabel, Gret, Rhea, Ali, Rosa, Fiore, Gabby, and Tess. Yes, the biggest merge in history. Besides, if you call Reality Salt just a merge season. So, yeah. Hungry Like the Wolf, I'm gonna say maybe Spencer gets immunity because he has plot armor. And I have a feeling that Fiore's the first boo out the merge. Just because there's more heroes than villains, so it makes sense they start cutting down the it. Then Disventures, I feel I could say the same. Gret and Gabby get immunity, but also with Rosa as well. So, and the lucky loser is still Yule, because Yule goes same episode, you know, the drift. So, yeah. I'm glad he's not in fans versus favorites. Jewel, if you see this, I don't care for you. I don't care. So, then we have TikTok on the clock. Teams of 2. Alec and Spencer. Gret and Gabby. Rosa and... Actually, Hunter and Ali, duh. That's an obvious pick. There you go, Gabby. Benji and Tristan. I'm gonna say maybe Rhea and Isabel. Rosa and maybe Dan and Nick and Tess, because people are shipping them. Because they're the final 2, I guess. And I guess this would be like the start where Nick and Tess, like, get shipped. But they're not like, they could just be best friends. Like, friends, not like, together. And I just think that the first group would make it through would maybe be Hunter and Ali. So Isabel is the obvious one getting eliminated, I think, because they need to cut down the Villains Alliance. Then we have a Weight Off Your Shoulders. This is where, well, I can actually make Nick and Tess a couple, but it just makes no sense. And I think the final loser before the comeback challenge should maybe be Tristan, just because he is the fan favorite, so it makes sense that he would be the one. Now it's time to put the comeback section here. So comebacks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The first choice that Hunter chooses, I think Logan, in my opinion. I think Ali would maybe choose Natalia. Because I feel like between seasons, I feel like they could be good friends. Alec chooses Fiore. No diff. Spencer? Because Logan's... Oh, okay, that's hard. I'm gonna guess Logan. I think Spencer chooses Logan. So I think Hunter chooses Tristan, I think. Actually, I feel bad for Benji and Spencer. They're the only DC4 players. Then I think... Who would actually pick Yule? Maybe Nick or Rhea. I'm joking, not Rhea. I think Gret? Maybe Hannah? Actually, no. Benji chooses Hannah. Maybe Amelie? Ellie. Yeah, Gabby chooses Ellie. No diff. I think Rhea chooses Aiden. I think Rosa chooses James. I think Dan would have to would just choose Miriam. I think Nick would choose Yule and and Tess chooses Isabel. So the obvious losers who have already been merged are out. Isabel, Yule, Miriam, Fiore, and Tristan. They're not coming back, so you can join down here, you five. If you've already been eliminated, you in merge, you're already disqualified. Not Natalia, you're good. Fiore and who is it as well? I think that's all of them. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say that James, any winners are disqualified. So I'm sorry, Logan. I'm sorry, James, and I'm sorry, Miriam. Uh, any person that doesn't really have a plot left is out. So Hannah and Aiden are out. So the final three are, surprisingly, Natalia, Amelie, and Ellie. Ellie, I don't think it makes sense to get Ellie back because it'll just be more Gabelli stuff. And then we have Amelie or Natalia. Amelie's already been a comeback, so it doesn't make any sense. Natalia, welcome back. I do like Natalia as a character, so if you find out that I do not like Natalia, that is false. Now there's 13 players, so the first one I'm gonna give Natalia a Mewtwo because she just came back. So it's a double elimination, and the first eliminated out of the proper merge is a double elimination, and it's Rhea, and I'm gonna say Hunter. So, actually, no, it's Ali and Hunter. Sorry. Because I don't think I think Tess should outlive both Hunter and Ali. At this point, Nick would have to comfort Tess, which I guess could solve romance. But will a Tess and Nick romance work? Is the question that I just want to just know. But then we have like a dark horse. I think Spencer. No, Spencer gets 2 more. I think Spencer gets correct against Mewtwo. Rhea is eliminated because she's a massive threat. And plus, I don't want her to win the season. Then we have State of Shock. I think that Gabby is the one eliminated just because I feel like she is the one going to be eliminated. Then here is the total drama fans versus favorites 5 episodes. We have 9. We only have, this is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20, no. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay. Because that's 9, and because we have 6 episodes left, this will also be a double elimination. And I think the double losers are Natalia and Nick. Yeah. Then we have Major Insane. So in this episode, for 7th place, has to be a guy. And I feel like the lucky loser is Benji. Goodbye. Sorry, Benji. And then we have Safety Worst. I really think that I think it's gonna be Dan, just because I really feel like the 2 big villains are Alec and Spencer, so they get plot armor. 5th place still goes to Grat, obviously. And the final one eliminated is Tess. So, yeah, the final 3 are Alex, Spencer, and Rosa. Now, who will be the helpers? Helpers. Who would help Alec, who would help Spencer, and who would help Rosa? I think Alex's helper would either be Fiore or Ellie, and I think because Fiore's having too much screen time, Ellie, you're Alex's helper. Spencer's helper can be maybe Logan. Yeah, I think Logan's the better off choice. And for Rosa, this is really hard. But I want to pick someone that actually has been in the merge, like recently, and I'm gonna choose Natalia at this point. So yeah, and because she's the better pick, because she's everyone's rooting for, except for maybe Rhea, Nick, and Tess, and Ali and Hunter, who are rooting for maybe Alec. And so yeah, the challenge starts, and the loser is Alec with Ellie. Nah, I'm joking. It's Spence. Yeah, Alec. Sorry, Ellie. So let's go. Let's get the peanut gallery up. I'd like to call it the peanut gallery. Which can include the old contestants. So Ellie, Amelie, Aiden, Hannah, Miriam, James, Fiore, Yule, Isabel, Tristan, Vade, Jade, Ivy, Anastasia, Marissa, Richard, Linda, Diego, Ted, Alessio, Lake, Connor, Maggie, Kai, Carol, Tom, Ashley, Jake, Lil, Drew, and Will. Who will be, and also, of course, the mergers after the comeback being Hunter and Ali, Rhea, Gavi, Nick, Benji, Dan, Gret, and Tess. So, who will be on each team? So, I can really put it up, but the majority say Rosa, because Alex now here now. So, who are Spencer's helpers and who are Rosa's helpers? So, yeah, let's get the helpers on both sides. So, Logan still helps out Spencer, of course. And I feel like the other pick would maybe just let Alec in for longer, and then Rose's helpers would maybe I'm gonna say that Natalia doesn't get it, so I'm gonna say Tess, and I'm gonna say maybe uh because he can pick from old seasons like. So the second place loser is Rosa. Spencer wins because you can have a win and win, but you have to make it good. Oh, shoot. Shoot, I actually deleted Logan and Alec. But the winner of Disventure Camp All-Stars is Spencer. Like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.